Boxing Truth. So I have a question, and I just wanted to know: is it a possibility that Errol Spence Jr. could fight his stablemate Jermell Charlo for undisputed at 154? Is there enough money, and do you believe that this is a fight that could be big? Because I'm looking at the Keith Thurman and Errol Spence fight. Yes, the hardcore boxers, the hardcore fans, not boxers, but the hardcore fans, they would love to see a fight like that. Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. Pretty much the whole side of PBC of the 147-pound division of that whole division that was known during the time where you had Sean Porter, you had Danny Garcia, and you had Keith Thurman. And Kenny Porter said this a while back, they all need to mix it up. And pretty much that's all what that side on PBC has been doing. They've been mixing it up. Only person left on that side legitimately that Errol Spence needs to take care of is Keith Thurman. He gets Keith Thurman, and that's pretty much everybody. Boots Ennis is, he was just getting into it when they were at the tail end of finishing up, undisputed. Pretty much Errol Spence would have had, would have had a shot at undisputed if this Terrence Crawford fight would have took place. And so Boots wouldn't even be relevant right now. He'd be fighting for the chance to get these belts. So now that Errol Spence more than likely is going to drop the 147 belts, that still leaves it up in the air for Boots Ennis. And it also gives Errol Spence, who's mentioned it a couple of times, that he'll fight Jermell for undisputed at 154. To me, if Jermell can't get that Canelo fight, I don't think really there's a bigger fight for him right now than the Errol Spence fight. Yeah, it's your stablemate, but Jermell has worked with he's worked with a different trainer before, along with his trainer. Derek James. They share the same trainer. Before this fight, I believe Jermell Charlo would be with a different trainer. I believe he trained with Gooseman, if I'm not mistaken. And at the end of the day, yeah, they're friends, they're brothers and stuff like that, but they can be brothers afterwards, And I don't think this would hinder their friendship. Because one thing I know about Jermell, he's taken a loss before, and he's came back and won that fight. That's one thing about him. If he loses, he wants payback. He wants to get back, and normally that payback comes with a knockout. So, can you imagine this? Texas and Texas. Errol Spence versus Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo versus Errol Spence. Cowboy Stadium. Whole Texas there. Then you put somebody like, Leo Santa Cruz is still fighting, or Isaac Cruz. You put him on the undercard. Shoot, you throw Benavidez in there with DeAndre Boo-Boo. Shoot. You got a super card. You got Texas. You got the Latino fighters coming out to see Isaac Cruz go against maybe a Frank Martin. That'd be a good fight. Man, the possibilities of these fights. And it's just like, man, Errol Spence still has a way to be undisputed. And that's his way. You got the same advisor. You guys are both on PBC. this seems like, man, I actually would want to see this fight. I would want to see this fight over the Keith Thurman fight. Didn't see the Keith Thurman fight later on or something. Shoot, why not? Why not? Okay, because if that happens, imagine Errol Spence fights Jermell. He beats Jermell, but it's by a split decision. But at this time, he's undisputed. Jermell loses for the second time. He says, let's run it back. Run it back. Mind you, this time, Errol Spence can really get hurt. Could really get hurt. Because you got to imagine, they've been sparring each other for a while. So they know each other's weaknesses and strengths. So whatever Jermell knows, he's going to be able to use on Errol Spence. And whatever Errol Spence knows, he's going to be able to use on Jermell. And it could be a situation where, you know, and Jermell still has a way out. Because unless he's getting knocked out, if he loses, you know, like, hey, I'm too big for this weight. I got to go to 160 now. I don't feel comfortable. That, you know. And if he loses, who's going to look at him crazy? Nobody really. I think unless Jermell says no, my brother's leaving, I'm jumping up to 160. I want all the smoke at 160. I did everything I wanted to do at 154. Then that gives Errol Spence a shot at a title regardless. So maybe they're waiting for all these politics to play out. So when Errol does fight, the first fight he goes into is a fight for the belt. And that makes it, if he wins the fight, then he'll be a two-division world champion. But for him to just to be able to go after all the belts at once, that'd even be better. That's, you know, that's the type of stuff that gets you in the Hall of Fame right away. You go in there and you fight a legit. Because let's get it right. At 154, Jermell to beat everybody there is to beat that I know of. Except this, Tszyu? Except him. He hasn't fought him. But he's just getting known up there right now. You know, we know his father with the famously Zab Judah, when he famously fought Zab Judah and had him looking all types of wrong. But just think about it. Errol Spence versus Jermell Charlo. 154-pound, undisputed, Cowboy Stadium. Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. 154 pounds. Dallas, Texas. Which one sounds more appealing? Say the Jermell Charlo fight. Which one do you think, and you can put this in the comment section, which fight do you think would sell the most pay-per-views and be of more importance? Would it be Jermell Charlo Errol Spence versus Jermell Charlo, or Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman? Which one is the more important fight in Errol Spence's career? So right now I want you to like, comment, please subscribe. Lee's Boxing Truth.